I am conflicted because yesterday I had 3 big men in my hole. Now there are no men in my hole and I am sad and empty. I don't know what button I hit. Somebody please put some coffee on. I'm very tired. Why would anybody use this?
Hello everyone, I would like to make a quick holiday PSA. The best holiday is right around the corner, and when I say that, of course I'm referring to Halloween. None of these things can compare. They're dog food compared to this miraculous day of every year. Every single one of your earthly pleasures are fulfilled on this holiday. You get to eat a bunch of candy, dope. You get to pretend to be someone you're not for a night, which is sad but needed a lot of the time. And you can be a little promiscuous. You can, be a little bad. Christ, I don't know if I'm going to leave that in. But the PSA I want to get across is there's 2 types of Halloween people. The first group are the, for lack of a better term, degenerate. They drink a little bit too much. They take more than one candy from the bowl. They dress up like the devil and kiss someone dressed up like an angel. God don't want that. And then there's the folks like me who like Halloween because it's cute. I don't know, it's kind of cute. Carving pumpkins. Giving candy to kids who really don't deserve it, but they dressed up, so they're gonna give them the candy. Watching spooky movies with your loved one. But the problem is, Group A makes fun of Group B a lot. And these guys need to shut up. Some people just like being a little corny, and some people like having a little bit of soft fun. Not hard fun, we like soft fun. It's like when my friends catch me playing puzzle games on my phone, and they make fun of me because it's a mom thing. It's not just a mom thing. I don't care what my friends think about my puzzle game habits. They're fun and satisfying when you do the little switchy thing, and they make a lot of fun noises. I love Royal Match. I friggin' love Royal Match. Sorry, weird tangent. Let's get back to Halloween. Just leave your corny Halloween friends alone. They don't want to go out drinking till 2 in the morning. They want to sit down and watch the new Hocus Pocus movie. You can dress up as a ghoul for Halloween, but you shouldn't be one to your friends. I'm out. I don't know how to end this video.
It's been a really fucked up week. 7 days of torture, 7 days of being this. And my girlfriend looks just like me. Mixed with that 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗪𝗪. La la la.
Now you fucked up.
La la la.
Now you fucked up.
La la la.
You ain't fucked up now.
La la la.
Oh.
Going at it tonight.
Now you fucked up. 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 Now you have fucked up.
Everyone wants my 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗪𝗪. Can't get enough of my 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗪𝗪. Kids from 7 to 17 lining up for my 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗪𝗪. What's my name?
𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 7 days at 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗃𝗃. Wow! La la la, 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗃𝗃. La la la, 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗃𝗃. La la la, 𝗩𝗂𝗪𝗃𝗃. La la. Woo! Parties are just stop, don't keep the beat bumping. Stop the beat up, just keep the beat down. My party stops if I want to. Don't get too crazy, we can't be loud. Just stop the beat bumping, off the pop up, keep the beat down. I want to stop my party, it's too crazy, it's not loud. It's you and me, we're running the sound, and it's me and you, and we're shaking the ground, and ain't nobody gonna tell us to go, cause this is our...
If I wasn't with your ass, yo, you kept secrets and your cousin told me that. So logical thinking is just something that you lack. So what you even meant for? Looking like a stick up in your ass. So I'm not your mommy, nigga. Find a new hobby, nigga. Run on your walk, get picked up. Your shit's in the lobby, nigga. I'm not gon' kill your car. I call your fucking mom. You should've paid my rent. Go get a fucking job.
Don't let me in with no intention to keep me, Jesus Christ. Don't be kind to me, honey, don't feed me, I will come back.
Shut the fuck up when cops ask questions, but don't shut the fuck up when you want to ask me a question. Like 𝗩𝗂𝗋𝗀 Target here, what are the 25 words? Now, we assume sometimes that people already know when we do some of these videos are 25 words known as the script. These are the only 25 words we believe you should use when you engage with law enforcement. They are, starting with, why did you pull me over? Then no matter what the cop says, I'm not discussing my day. Then further, no matter what the cop says, asks, they try to intimidate and scare you, am I being detained or am I free to go? If detained, you must say, I invoke the fifth. And then you simply shut the fuck up when cops ask further questions and try to scare you into talking. Now you comply with their requests to get out of the car, put your hands behind your back, license, insurance, and registration. Remember, don't be fooled when a cop says, why aren't you cooperating with me? And just, where are you going? Where are you coming from? What's that smell? How many drinks have you had? Why are your eyes red? Why are you sweating? Any number of those questions, they're going to try to say you're not cooperating. But you remember this. Cooperation does not mean talking. When you saw the lights and pulled over, you cooperated. When you handed over your license, insurance, and registration, you cooperated. When you got out when they asked, you cooperated. That's cooperating. The physical acts, their physical demands that they want you to do in those moments, that's what you cooperate with. You don't cooperate by talking and answering questions. That has nothing to do with cooperation. That has to do with your rights and not incriminating yourself and using that Fifth Amendment and that Fourth Amendment when you say, I don't consent to searches. And then, if they keep harassing you after you've invoked the Fifth and they keep asking you questions, best thing to say, I want my lawyer. That invokes the Sixth Amendment, and then you just continue to shut the fuck up all the way to the station, all the way through booking, all the way into the holding cell. You are shutting the fuck up because you don't know who they may have planted in there, or they'll bring a good cop, a nice cop will come in after you've been treated like shit by somebody else, and you'll feel like, oh, this cop might be my friend and might be trying to help me out, and they want to get you talking even more. So please, shut the fuck up when cops ask questions. Only use those 25 words, and then after you bail out, that's when you're going to talk to your attorney. We handle cases all over California, 855 WAS law. If you're in another state, we could potentially refer through our worldwide attorney referral network system. Any attorney you get is going to be best served if you stick to these 25 words and STFU when the cops ask questions. Have a great day.
All right, my little slay queens and pussy bosses, who's ready to violate the Geneva Convention? Yeah! Yeah! Run.
Because death is free.
Can you guys just shut the fuck up for like 2 seconds, please?
Time, please, someone come and rescue me. 'Cause you on my mind, it's got me losing it.
If you haven't been paying attention to what's been happening on Twitter, I'm going to catch you up and I'm going to show you my favorite tweets. A couple days ago, the Twitter user 𝗙𝗂𝗪𝗪 tweeted out this tweet about the book, This Is How You Lose the Time War. It's a sci-fi, lesbian, enemies to lovers, lyrical love story. It's only 200 pages long. It's teeny tiny. Okay, so he tweeted this. All hell breaks loose. The book starts rocketing up the bestseller lists. First, you have one of the two authors tweeting about how it's being ranked. It's literally so good. 𝗙𝗂𝗪𝗪 is trending. Again, this is one of the authors. I always hate those fucking stickers on books that are like, book talk sensation. By the way, book talkers, we despise it too, so you're not alone in that. Now a Netflix series, soon to be a major motion picture. But I'm serious when I say they should put a 𝗙𝗂𝗪𝗪 sticker on Time War, and then they made one. I zoomed in, so hopefully it isn't cut off, but they literally made a mock-up of it, and it says, as seen on Dragon account, 𝗙𝗂𝗪𝗪 viral tweet. My therapist this morning was like, how's it going? And I had to be like, okay, so there's this person named 𝗙𝗂𝗪𝗪, and she ended up ordering the book, so one more sale for a friend. And then the man himself raised his hand, please tell them to watch them try again as well. And the person responded, I will. My girl Sen, author of Manacled, writes, I am so happy that marketing agencies, corporations, and consultants around the world are having to discuss 𝗙𝗂𝗪𝗪 as part of their jobs. Sorry. I'm not 12, I can say his name.
Because think about it, Lucy. No one in the O.J. Simpson trial won an Emmy.
From 94 to 95, you didn't need to watch any TV shows. There was a thing called the O.J. Simpson trial. And it was the best thing that ever happened on TV ever. It was a murder trial. It sounds terrible, right? It was so goddamn entertaining. These people delivered. Everyone in that trial delivered. They went up and they went, "What's your name?" "I'm 𝗙𝗿𝗀𝘀. All right, here's the ball on the tee." And then he would knock it out of the park. And there was a guy named Johnny Cochran. And this guy does not have an Emmy. He's dead. He died without an Emmy. And this was the most entertaining man. You'd love him, Lucy. This guy would put on a knit cap and goof around with the murder evidence. Either one of two things happened, and we truly don't know. Either O.J. Simpson murdered his wife and then, like, took off a glove and was like, you know, threw it over his shoulder, was like, done with that glove. Either he threw away his glove or a cop planted the glove. Both very entertaining. So O.J. had to try on the gloves in front of the jury, Lucy. I know you all know this, I'm telling Lucy. And he gets up and he's like, "Oh, these are my gloves?" And he tries to put them on and he goes, he actually bit his tongue. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. I watched it recently. See, going like, and then he goes, like. There needs to be a special Emmy called the 𝗙𝗿𝗀. There needs to be for entertainment outside the field of the performing arts. You know what? I was thinking about. None of the Beatles had mustaches for years. And then one day, they all had mustaches. So like 1964, 1965, they're the Beatles, right? 66, it goes from black and white to color, and they're like, "Okay, give us a minute. We're gonna go think of something to do." They disappear, and then they all come back with mustaches. Imagine if the cast of Friends had taken a year off. At the height. They'd taken a year off, and they went, "We'll be back." And I was like, "Oh."
The ABCs of white privilege.
There's a lot to learn, so let's get started. A is for assimilation. Assimilation is when people of color have to adjust natural things about themselves to make white people comfortable. This includes code switching, straightening our hair, and saying the Beatles are good. I'm sorry, they stink and they're not cute. B is for Band-Aids being nude, and not just Band-Aids. Did you know that until recently, black dancers couldn't find tights or ballet shoes that matched their skin tone? The only options available to them were nude, but whose nude is that? That's not what I look like naked. I look like this. See? C is for colonization. Europeans came to North America and stole this land from indigenous people, but we've been taught that Europeans were brave explorers when the only thing they actually discovered was syphilis.
Wow, that was great. I think the audience learned a lot.
D is for the doll test.
Oh, there's more.
There is more, Tarek. The doll test. In the 1940s, doctors Kenneth and Mamie Clark conducted a test in which black children were presented with dolls of different colors. Their studies showed that most children attributed positive characteristics to white dolls because of societal perceptions. Sad, right? But if you ask me, Barbie wishes she was as fly as Christy. E is for emotional tax. Now, they should call that shit physical tax because I have broken my back dragging white people into the light and I'm sick of it. It takes its toll emotionally. Oh, that's where it comes from. F is for being followed around stores. I'm looking at you, Walgreens. G is for gerrymandering, the act of manipulating congressional boundaries in favor of a specific political party, otherwise known as racist Tetris.
Oh, wow, you really did the whole alphabet.
H is for something we can't get, good health care. Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women just because they're black. And that's just pregnancies. You know they're up everything else. I is for implicit bias. Now, that's when we attribute stereotypes without our conscious knowledge. Here's an example. Crossing the street when you see a black guy, but not when you see a white guy, even though both men can and will kill you dead, and that's an implicit bias I have about men.
Hey, You know the show is only 22 minutes long, right?
J is for justice for all. All white people. The ACLU found that black people were 3.7 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana possession than white people, even though their rate of marijuana usage was comparable. They say justice is for everyone, but it's really just for white people, like SPF 90.
We really gotta speed this up.
Okay, fine, buckle up. K is for Karen, duh. L is for laws, white people's FUBU, written for us, by us. M is for microaggressions. Examples include calling anything ghetto, asking us if we work here, or is that your real hair? The receipt said it's mine. Back off! N is for nanoaggressions, which are just itty-bitty microaggressions. O is for oppression, which is also the name of Mitch McConnell's cologne. Oppression for men, available at Walmart, next to the guns. P is for police brutality, which we all know disproportionately affects people of color. You know what else disproportionately affects people of color? Juveniles, back that ass up. It's like black people's Sweet Caroline.
No, we do not have time for this.
Fine! Q is for being qualified but underpaid and underemployed. R is for reparations. We've asked for them in every way possible, even Venmo. Run me my check. And my mule. We didn't forget about the mule. I'm gonna name mine Dante. S is for savior complex. When white allies feel like they are God's gift to black people, when we all know God's real gift to black people is rhythm.
No.
Okay, fine, no. T is for tokenism. That's the idea that you can only have one model minority in a group of white people. Now, this practice is used to pit minority groups against each other in an effort for them to excel in white spaces. This is not to be confused with Tolkienism, because there are no minorities in any Lord of the Rings movies at all.
Amber.
Fine. Okay, UVW, therefore upholding values of whiteness. The idea that white is always right is ingrained into the fabric of this country, when in reality, the only thing that is always right is the price and 90-degree angles. X is for xenophobia. Y is for why aren't we teaching this in schools? Why is this country so afraid to learn from its racist past and progress into a future where diversity, equity, and inclusion are the understood norm? And Z is for zebra. Yay, we made it! Yay! Now, see? That wasn't so bad, was it, Tarek? Oh, well, I guess we don't know when Tarek will be back, but we do know.
That you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy. Its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another cup of wine. Got a bug from you, girl, but I don't need no cure. I just stay a victim if I can for sure. All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you.
How do you keep your pants up when you're performing? It's incredible. Belt.
Oh no, I fucked up.
Babe, your birthday present isn't what I thought it was. Do not charge it before you use it.
Oh, I fucked up.
I had an acting teacher once that told me there is nothing more terrifying than a 12-year-old girl because she knows she has power, she hasn't realized how to step into it yet, and the only thing she knows how to do is terrify every single person around her as the hormones start to enter her body and the power starts to exit through her eyeballs. Now, I think that if I learned to harness the energy that 12-year-old me decided to bridle because I was told that women shouldn't be, and women shouldn't be, and women, I would be fucking unstoppable, right? Because I've already learned how to harness the energy of a mediocre white man, right? I walk into the building like I'm everyone's answer to a problem, and honestly, it's gotten me jobs that I'm certainly not qualified for, and has gotten me into rooms that I certainly shouldn't be in, because if you walk with confidence anywhere, literally nobody's going to stop you. What are they going to do? Stand in your way? Bitch, I will go the fuck around you. You are only as good as the obstacles placed in your path and how you handle them. That being said, I'm going to start harnessing 12-year-old me's energy and 23-year-old me's body, and we're going to see just how much havoc I can wreak in my day-to-day life. Who's with me, ladies? Yeah! Okay, I'm gonna go be a nuisance at Target. Because that's what I deserve.
If I asked you a question, could you give me a non-irritating answer? Oh, fun. I'm fully prepared to cite this interaction as today's last straw. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I just want straightforward information. I'll do my best. And I know that you relish in waffling and qualifying and hedging. That's not true. Well, and I know too that it's not necessarily your fault. That's big of you. But I can't help but notice that I typically leave these interactions contemplating strangulation. Should we proceed, or did you need more preamble? Oh, no smug satisfaction allowed. Oh, I would. Absolutely not. Does affect start with an A or an E? E if it's a noun, A if it's a verb. Usually.
Awful fucking thing, you're not welcome here. Get out!
And just like that, me and one of my favorite creators on here have something in common, because nobody wants the snow. The only people who truly want the snow are little Starbucks girls who sit in their heated houses and think that it's cute, sadist, and people who drive the snowplows. I hope they make a lot of money. I know that market is hard. Go away, Snow. No one wants you here.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
Dylan Mulvaney is going to be a trans history maker. She is living her life and actively changing the climate around trans people and how they are viewed. And that is why a lot of people do not like her. That's why Caitlyn Jenner doesn't like her. Because in less than a year, Dylan Mulvaney has done more for the trans community than Caitlyn Jenner has ever done in her entire life.
Shh, they're hiding. Be quiet, everyone, including me. Shh, who's making that noise? Oh, wait, it's me again. Oh, now that I have your attention, here's what you're going to do, yeah? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to walk right up to her, yeah? You're going to walk right up to her, and you're going to lean in. You're going to lean in just a little bit more, almost all the way, And then you're going to let her lean in a little bit more, and then you're going to look her in the eyes, and you're going to tell her how much you hate her. Oh, well, you love her. Well, this gives Julian a few more days about this. You sly dog, you. And you only have 2 more days left to live. If Julian only had 2 more days left to live, I would love to become a professional whistler. I'm pretty amazing at it now, but I would love to get, even better. The things I do for y'all. I like to move it. Stop it!
I feel like COVID really stunted a lot of people's understanding of dance music. Especially rap, hip-hop, R&B, pop genre of dance music. And this might also be cultural differences, because primarily the people I see making these takes are white. But here's something me and my friends coined back in middle school, and it's called ass songs. These are songs not made for your brain or for your heart. They're made for your ass. They are straight made to dance to. They have no higher meaning above getting your ass moving. Artists that excel in this field are Pitbull, Lil Jon, the Yin Yang Twins. Most of their discography is straight up ass songs. I mean, Pitbull's lyrics, if you look at them, 9 times out of 10 are completely nonsensical. Mommy got an ass like a donkey with a monkey, look like King Kong, is an actual chart-topping lyric from Pitbull. But I bet you don't recognize that because you're shaking your ass to it. And this isn't a situation you see with a lot of white artists where they're like, oh my god, did I make the bop of the summer? And they think what they made is revolutionary and amazing. No, those that put their professional backing behind ass-shaking songs know absolutely what they're doing. Because you're listening to this music at a dance, or at a club, or when you drunk as fuck at home, and you just need something to wiggle to get all the energy out. Or if you're like me and you want to do a club scene in one of your maladaptive daydreamings and you need some background noise to the drama. And the main reason I'm talking about this is because I see these people confused as to why they like this song, even though they know this is a bad song. These are bad lyrics. Why do I want to listen to it? It's because your ass needs music too. Do not allow the superficial sophistication of society to stop you from wiggling your butt cheeks. When I was a youngin', the ass song of the time was Bedrock. This is a song that had Nicki Minaj, Bruno Mars. It was a Young Money extravaganza. It was hot ass garbage. But you can bet, every single time that song came on, Lil Me was kicking off her wedges, shotgunning a Sprite, and getting my ass back on that neon lit dance floor.
William.
Holmes? Yes? There's a city somewhere missing its cunt.